It was an ordinary Saturday afternoon when the knock came at my door. I had just finished a workout and was making lunch for my daughter, Sophie. As I opened the door, I was met by two men in dark suits. They didn't look like your typical HOA enforcers, but they were standing in front of me holding what looked like official paperwork. One of them, a burly guy with a shaved head, stepped forward and spoke. "We're with the HOA Enforcement Division. We're here to take your daughter for her safety." I froze for a moment, unsure of what I was hearing. My heart began to race. "What? What do you mean, take my daughter?" I asked, my voice starting to tighten with anxiety. The man seemed unfazed, reading from the clipboard. "Your property is in violation of HOA rules, and as a result, your child is being taken into temporary custody until your issues are resolved. The HOA has the right to enforce compliance on the premises." "Hold up," I said, my mind racing. "What are you talking about? You have no right to take my kid. This is ridiculous." I took a step forward, ready to shut the door, but the other man moved quickly, blocking my way. His body language screamed authority, but I wasn't backing down. "You don't understand, sir. This is HOA policy," the second man said, a condescending tone in his voice. "If you don't comply, things could get ugly. We don't want to involve the authorities." I could feel my blood boiling. This wasn't happening. Sophie was inside, and these two were standing on my doorstep trying to pull some fake power trip. I thought about my training. Years of Navy SEAL experience kicked in. I wasn't about to let these guys intimidate me. I leaned in, staring the burly man in the eyes.
"You don't want to do this," I said, my voice low and steady. "I've spent years protecting people, and you're about to find out why that was a terrible mistake." Before they could react, I grabbed the first man by the arm, twisting him around. His grunt of surprise was cut off as I kicked him in the knee, bringing him to the ground with ease. The second man tried to swing at me, but I dodged, landing a quick jab to his side. He stumbled, off balance. I grabbed him by the collar and drove him to the ground. "Stay down," I ordered, keeping both men on the ground as I held them in place. The first man was writhing in pain, clutching his knee, while the second struggled to breathe. Sophie appeared in the doorway, her wide eyes staring at the two men on the ground. "Dad, what's going on?" she asked, her voice shaking. "They're not going anywhere," I said, turning to reassure her. "These men are pretending to be HOA enforcers, and they're going to learn that messing with a Navy SEAL isn't a good idea." I could see the fear in their eyes as they attempted to crawl away, but I wasn't going to let them leave until the situation was clear. My fingers dialed the real authorities. The police arrived within minutes, taking the two men away in handcuffs. Turns out they weren't even part of any HOA. They were just hired goons trying to use intimidation tactics to get their way. The next day, I filed a formal report with the HOA, demanding answers. As expected, the whole thing turned out to be a scam. These men were paid by someone inside the HOA who had been targeting certain residents. I made sure their operation was shut down. As for my daughter, she was safe, and I wasn't about to let anyone threaten her again. The experience taught me one thing: always trust your instincts and never let fear or intimidation control you. Because sometimes the best way to protect what's yours isn't just fighting back, it's knowing when to fight and how.
What do you think about the dad's fight to protect his kid from these fake HOA enforcers? Was his Navy SEAL training enough to make a difference? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to see more intense stories like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more updates.